Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to GamerTube, and welcome to our Poppy Playtime Cross FNAF character concept series. So just like we crossed FNAF with Poppy Playtime, this time we'll be doing Playtime with FNAF. So we'll be taking a look at the FNAF characters in the world of Poppy Playtime, and the first character we're looking at is Freddy Fazbear himself. So we'll look into Freddy's location, gameplay mechanics, backstory, and all that good stuff inside the Playtime Co. factory. As always, I will just say that this is not canon or lore for Poppy Playtime and FNAF, this is just a fun what-if scenario, a cool creepy story we get to tell, and we hope you enjoy. And lastly, before we start today's video, do be sure to subscribe to GamerTube as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. It also keeps you up to date with all the videos that we post. Also, the special community livestream where we're going to make our own custom character is approaching soon, so be sure to like this video, because we'll only be doing this livestream if we get enough likes on the videos, so do be sure to like. And in that live stream, you can share all your ideas for a Poppy Playtime or a FNAF character, and we'll be picking some of the characters out of all those ideas, so be sure to like. Alrighty, well, let's get into the character concept of Freddy Fazbear in Poppy Playtime. So previously in our extended character concept universe, we've seen the characters of Poppy Playtime cross over with Five Nights at Freddy's. Some of the mainline characters made an appearance as animatronics at Poppy's Pizzeria, a special pizzeria that was a combination of both Fazbear Entertainment and Playtime Co. The restaurant was quite successful and only had a few mishaps happen here and there. But what about things on the Playtime Co side of the deal? Well, it just so has it that Playtime Co designed a couple of special edition Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria toys just for this establishment. They were meant to be sold at the pizzeria, but the special edition toys never got sent out. And just like a lot of the toys here at the factory, they now call this place their new home. But now let's take a look at the first Freddy's Pizzeria special edition toy. So the first limited edition toy was of course Freddy Fazbear himself. The special edition Freddy Fazbear was made to look like Huggy Wuggy. This was evident from the long limbs and scruffy fur. Also, the eyes of this toy were modelled in the style of Playtime Co toys. The Freddy toy would have been a great seller if it ever got sent out, but unfortunately due to some unforeseen issues, they were never released. Seeing that a Fazbear and Playtime Co crossover toy would have been very sought after, some of the workers tried to smuggle out their very own Freddy toy. But they had to hand them over when they were encountered by Huggy Wuggy. So due to this, the Freddy Fazbear toys never saw the light of day, and inside the factory they remained. So now we return to our main protagonist. They'd been wandering around the factory for so long now that they were beginning to think they were well and truly lost. Their travels throughout the factory have now brought them to the special media crossover section of the factory. This is where the special edition toys were made, and also crossover toys just like the Fazbear Pizzeria collection of toys. Just like everywhere else in the factory, it seems that this place was deserted. But the player keeps their guard up, as they don't know what they'll encounter next. They come to a room filled with wooden crates. On each of the crates is stamped a logo. The logo says, Fazbear Entertainment. Fazbear. They've heard of that name before. Wasn't that old children's restaurant that went out of business years ago? Something about a couple of murders and horrible incidents. But apparently they were just all rumours. Regardless, the player has an idea for these crates. Above is a large air vent. Maybe they could stack these crates and get up there. So that's exactly what they did. Crate by crate, they stacked them up until they could reach the air vent. Once they did, they climbed on in and started moving through the vents. As they made their way through the vents, they hear a strange sound. What is it? Music? It almost sounds like one of those old music boxes. The music was only faint, but it started to get louder. Eventually, it started to sound like it was right below them. Then, the music stops. And all of a sudden, razor-sharp claws pierce right through the metal vent. The player needs to get out of here before they're stabbed by the sharp metal claws. The player needs to move quickly and avoid the claws at all costs. Finally, after rushing through the vents, they've made it out in one piece. But whatever was attacking them was nowhere to be seen. It seems that whatever it was doesn't want to attack them out in the open. It would much rather hide and wait for the perfect time to strike. Regardless, the player needs to get a move on and get out of this area. While searching around, they finally find the exit. there's a note attached to the door. It reads, "The key is in the incinerator room, inside the control office." Well, it looks like we're off to the incinerator room to get the key. Here's hoping that mystery creature doesn't jump out and attack them anytime soon. As the player reaches the incinerator room, they locate the control office. This must be where the workers would be safe from the flames when they burn away all the trash and broken toys. It was a strange office. It had a left and right door and 2 windows. In front of them were 2 buttons, one for each door, and a button to activate the burners. As they're searching around, they find the key. And out of the corner of their eye, they see something strange. They get a glimpse of what attacked them. They quickly press the button and close the door. What was that? It looked like a teddy bear of some sorts. All of a sudden, a countdown displays on the monitor. The burners are going to activate in 3 minutes, and this strange toy creature is trying to get into the office. So in this gameplay segment, the player will need to keep the Freddy Fazbear toy from entering the office, and hold out for 3 minutes. Freddy will go door to door and try to get to the player. The player needs to hit the buttons with their GrabPack and keep him out. As the countdown gets closer, Freddy will get faster and faster. When the player finally holds out for the 3 minutes, all the doors lock. The incinerator starts burning with the Freddy Fazbear toy out there as well. The flames burn ferociously, destroying everything they touched. Hopefully they destroyed Freddy as well. The flames suddenly stop and the player is free to leave. They make their way to the exit and see the remains of what was once Freddy. His body is all burnt and badly damaged, and he's blocking the exit and won't let the player pass. Now what do they do? With Freddy blocking the exit, there was nothing they could do. Regardless of how badly damaged Freddy is, they still look like they want to destroy the player for what they had done to him. Freddy lunges forward and goes to attack the player. There's nothing that the player can do. They just shut their eyes and wait for their demise. But a few seconds later, and it never comes. What's going on? Freddy is just standing there. He's right in front of the player, but he isn't attacking. The player hits his face with their GrabPack a couple of times, and still, nothing. It was like he was frozen. The player looks down at their watch and sees the time. The watch says 6 AM. Huh, that's strange. Maybe that could be the reason why he isn't attacking. Regardless, the player walks past Freddy and opens the exit with the key. They move on to the next area of the factory, and hope they don't run into any more strange toy creatures like Freddy Fazbear. But little does the player know, there are a few more members of the pizzeria they still have to meet. And Freddy Fazbear is just the beginning. What awaits the player next will be far more worse, that's for sure. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see who that may be. Alrighty everyone, that's what we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing, as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of Freddy Fazbear and what you'd like to see going forward. Alrighty everyone, to the next video, catch you later, bye.